Hi students, good morning. Good morning to all of you. In the last class, we have discussed about the some fundamental basics of the thermodynamics. They are state, process path, cycle, and point functions and path functions. So today in this class, we are going to discuss about the laws of a perfect gas. Laws of a perfect gas. Today our topic name is what? Laws of a perfect gas. This is unit 1, class 6. So all of you listen carefully. So in this class we are going to cover these topics. So they are definition of the perfect gas. Definition of the perfect gas. Laws of a perfect gas. So basically we have three laws. They are Boyle's law, Charles law, and Gay-Lussac law. So these are the three laws we have in the laws of perfect gas. So we will discuss one by one in the next slide. First, we should know about the definition of the perfect gas. How can we define a perfect gas? How can we define a perfect gas? So let us see. So here, so laws of perfect gas. How can we define a perfect gas, or define a ideal gas, or define a perfect gas? So how can we define a gas which is strictly obeys Boyle's law and Charles law is called a perfect gas or an ideal gas? What is perfect gas? How can we define a perfect gas? Means a gas which is strictly obeys Boyle's law and Charles law is called a perfect gas or an ideal gas. Or we can define in other way, a perfect gas may be defined as a state of substance whose evaporation from its liquid state is complete. Whose evaporation from its liquid state is complete, then it is called perfect gas. I hope you understand about the definition of the perfect gas. Once again listen, a gas which strictly obeys Boyle's law and Charles law is called perfect gas or an ideal gas. Or we can define in other way, a perfect gas may be defined as a state of substance whose evaporation from its liquid state is complete. So sometimes its evaporation is partial, the substance is called vapor. Okay, evaporation is partial, then the substance is called vapor. So vapor contains some particles of liquid suspension, so that is called perfect gas. Okay, perfect gas. So basically we have three types of laws. Basically we have three types of laws. They are number one, Boyle's law, second one, Charles law, third one, Gay-Lussac law. Okay, so let us see what is Boyle's law, what says Boyle's law, what says Charles law, what says Gay-Lussac law. What is the statement of the Boyle's law, what is the statement of the Charles law, what is the statement of the Gay-Lussac law? So let us see in the next slide. So first we will see the Boyle's law. See here, Boyle's law. See, Boyle's law was formulated by Robert Boyle in 1662. So this was formulated by Robert Boyles in which year? 1662. So what is the statement of the Boyle's law? What is the statement of what says Boyle's law means? So here we have a mathematical formula. P is proportional to 1 by m. P inversely proportional to volume. Means, see here, whenever the temperature is constant, the absolute pressure of the given mass of perfect gas is inversely proportional to its volume. Once again listen, what says Boyle's law? See, whenever the temperature is constant, the absolute pressure of a given mass of a perfect gas is inversely proportional to its volume. So therefore P proportional to 1 by V. So this is the statement of the Boyle's law. So according to statement, we can write mathematically P proportional to 1 by V, or if we remove the proportionality constant, some constant will introduced. So therefore PV is equal to constant, P proportional to 1 by V, or PV is equal to constant, PV is equal to constant. See here, so this is for one state, this is for one state. So if we write the same equation for two states, so we can write it as P1 P1 is equal to P2 V2, or if we write it as for three states, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to P3 V3, and so on like that. Okay, so for two states we can write it as P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. From this relation we can write it as V1 by V2 is equal to P2 by P1 by P1, or V1 by V2 is equal to P2 by P1. Okay, this is the mathematical expression of the Boyle's law. I hope you understand about the Boyle's law. Once again listen the definition of the Boyle's law, or statement of the Boyle's law. So Boyle's law states that when the temperature is constant, the absolute pressure of a given mass of a perfect gas is inversely proportional to its volume. Means P is proportional to 1 by V, or P inversely proportional to volume. Therefore PV is equal to constant. So this is about Boyle's law. I hope you understand. Already we have studied in our intermediate level Boyle's law, Charles law, Gay-Lussac law. Already we have studied. Okay. So I hope you understand. Thank you. And we will discuss about second law, that is Charles law. Charles law. So what is the statement of the Charles law? What is the statement of the Charles law? See here, Charles law states that when the pressure is constant, when the pressure is constant, the volume of a perfect gas is directly proportional to its temperature. The volume of a perfect gas is directly proportional to its temperature. So this is a statement of the Charles law. So mathematically we can express this as V is proportional to, so volume of a perfect gas is directly proportional to temperature, means volume is proportional to its temperature. Volume is proportional to temperature when P is constant. So if we remove the proportionality constant, we can write it as V is equal to T into constant, or we can write it as V by T is equal to constant. V by T is equal to constant. If process occur between state 1 to state 2, then we can write it as V by T, means we can write it as V1 by T1 or V2 by T2, or V1 by V2 is equal to T1 by T2. So this is the mathematical expression of the Charles law. I hope you understand about the Charles law, and we'll go for the third gas law, that is Gay-Lussac law. What is a statement, or what says Gay-Lussac law? So what is the statement of the Gay-Lussac law? Gay-Lussac law states that when the volume is constant, so here volume is constant. In Charles law, pressure is constant. In Gay-Lussac law, volume is constant. The absolute pressure of a perfect gas is directly proportional to its temperature. So here pressure is directly proportional to its temperature. Pressure is directly proportional to its temperature. Mathematically, we can express it as P proportional to temperature. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Or we can write it as P by T is equal to constant. So if process occurs in two states, we can write it as P1 by P2 by P1 is equal to T2 by T1. Then V is equal to constant. So this is the Gay-Lussac law. Okay. So I hope you understand. Next we will discuss about the general gas equation. General gas equation. Right. So how can we get the general gas equation? General gas equation is what? PV is equal to MRT. PV is equal to MRT. How can we get the general gas equation? Means, see here, If we combine Boyle's law and Charles' law, we get the general gas equation, that is ideal gas equation. General gas equation or ideal gas equation, both are same. So if we combine Boyle's law and Charles' law, what is the Boyle's law? What is the Boyle's law? Absolute pressure of the given mass of a perfect gas is inversely proportional to its volume. See here, this is a Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, we know that P proportional to 1 by V, or V proportional to 1 by P. We can write it as same formula. We can write it as P proportional to 1 by V or V proportional to 1 by P. Whatever it is, both are same equations. So this is equation number 1. So according to Charles' law, we know that what volume of a perfect gas is directly proportional to its temperature. So according to Charles' law, we can write it as V proportional to T, that is equal to constant. Okay, so this is equation number 2. So from equation number 1 and 2, we write it as like this. See, V proportional. See here, V proportional to T, V proportional to 1 by P. So in both cases, V is the common. So V proportional to, we can write it as T by P. V proportional to T by P. So if we remove this proportionality constant, some constant will introduced. This, that is V is equal to constant into T by T, T by P. So from this equation we can write it as, if we bring this T by P to the left side, it becomes PV by T is equal to constant. This is equation number 3. So where P is equal to what? Pressure. What are the units of pressure? Newton per meter square. Where V is equal to what? Specific volume. Okay, and K is nothing but what? Temperature in Kelvin or centigrade. Okay, so these are the notations. And the specific volume, we know that specific volume V by mass, volume by mass, it is a ratio of specific volume, may be defined as, it is a ratio of volume to mass, that is specific volume. So if we substitute this specific volume in equation number 3, we get PV by MT is equal to constant. PV by MT is equal to constant. See here, if we represent the constant by R, it is called characteristic gas equation, that is PV by M is equal to R. So here we are replacing the constant with R. Okay, so where R is the universal gas constant. Therefore, from this relation we can write it as PV is equal to MRT. Therefore, R is equal to PV by MT. Okay, so R is nothing but what? Universal gas constant. So what are the units of R? Units of Newton meter per kg K. These are the units. The value of R will different. The value of R is different for different gases. So for air, 287 joule per kg K or 0.287 kilojoule per kg K. So this is about general gas equation. Okay, so here R is equal to PV by MT, or PV, what are the units of pressure? Newton per meter square, and volume meter cube. So mass kg into temperature Kelvin. So here meter square and meter square gets cancelled. We will have here meter, Newton meter. 1 Newton meter is equal to what? Joule. So joule kg K, or what are the units of universal gas constant? Newton meter kg K or joule per kg K. I hope you understand about the derivation of the general gas equation or ideal gas equation. Thank you so much.